I'm here to ask you to be those things once more. For them. For me. Can I count on you? Bigby, can I count on you?
Always.
Well, my friends, it has been a long time since I've made an individual video covering The Wolf Among Us 2. I want to thank you guys so much for your patience. I've been gone the past couple weeks as I've dealt with some illnesses and some personal issues. But we are back discussing Telltale Games and The Wolf Among Us 2. Over 2 weeks ago, I made a video titled The Comeback of Telltale Games. And recently, in one of my last videos covering The Wolf Among Us 2, we discussed why has the silence been so deafening and so long in regards to this title. It has been over 2 years since the official trailer for The Wolf Among Us 2 back in February of 2022, where we got some of the story details and a lot of information in regards to the game. And since that trailer and everything, we have gotten nothing but pretty much a delay announcement and nothing else. Telltale has been silent on the matter with Wolf Among Us 2, but now, as I've stated, they have started to become more active on social media, meaning, in all likelihood, if, and I want to note the word if, development is going well on The Wolf Among Us 2, we should be hearing about this game pretty soon, and I'm going to start to probably predict a timetable when the silence will officially end, because we're almost at the end of March. I expected maybe in the first 3 to 4 months we'd hear something, but it appears that is not going to happen, meaning we start to look potentially at a 2025 release because things are starting to get a little nerve-wracking here in terms of the silence. Every stream I do, every video I upload, I'm still asked, what's going on with Wolf Among Us 2? Wolf Among Us 2. So here you're gonna get my thoughts on what's going on, maybe a little update of sorts as well. I've been following this pretty actively to see if there's anything out there in the bottomless oceans of news for this, because there's been really nothing. So, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, help us on the road to 400k. We are almost at there. I want to thank y'all for 390k. We recently hit that, so thank you so much. Help us hit 400k by hitting the subscribe button, drop a like. Let's go for 1,500 likes on this video, and be sure to the notification bell, have it to all, join about the near 40% of people that are subscribed by hitting that red subscribe button. Let's get straight into it. As I mentioned, there was a clip from Jamie Otley before the news of the layoffs last year where Telltale recently had acquired a mobile studio by the name of Flavorworks, which likely means they are likely going to try to port their games to mobile again at some point in the near future. But once this all came to be, we heard the news of the layoffs. Jamie Otley had mentioned before then that The Wolf Among Us 2 was going to be getting a new look, or at least some news, in the early stages of the following year. When that clip was made was 2023, so meaning we were going to hear something in the early stages of this year.
That straight up brings me to my first question. How's the development for The Wolf Among Us 2 coming along?
Wolf Among Us 2 is progressing really well. We're very excited about what we have. We should probably be showing a little bit more of it later, or early next year. We'll be showing a little bit more of it. We're not ready to give a launch date yet, but we're very happy with the progress that we're making.
But the problem is, we are now about to be hitting the 4th month of 2024, and it appears there is no sign or signal that that is going to be the case. Meaning, as we know, with those layoffs, things likely got pushed back, and the fears start to draw in that, will this game even make the 2024 release window? That, in all likelihood, should happen. But if we don't hear anything by, I would say, June or July, it's safe to say that either this game is in development trouble / hell, or it is going to be coming out in 2025, because you're going to have to market the game somehow, and I don't think Telltale's planning to do like a 2 to 3 month marketing window for this game, considering it is a big title. It is something that I definitely think deserves to be promoted and spread out a lot, but the fears start to really draw in, if we don't get a release date soon, that things are just, blatantly put, screwed. So we know also the game got delayed due to changing the engines, Unreal Engine 5, so they had to pretty much redesign the game and everything. But trust me, I've been doing my scouring. I've been looking for anything, any acknowledgement of any news or an update besides what I've already shown here. Recently, Telltale Games has started to become more active on social media, as I mentioned earlier in this video. It all started with some Steam deals that were going on for type 1 diabetes, which they were tweeting about because they had been silent for the previous 2 to 3 months before that. And then now we're starting to get them tweeting about Steam spring sales. Games like The Expanse, Batman, The Wolf Among Us, even The Walking Dead, which Skybound owns, they tweeted about as well, were getting deals. They've been tweeting a lot about spring deals, meaning they're trying to sell games, but at the same point it means someone at the social media helm is active now finally, and it means they're starting to promote a little bit again, which means it's a good sign. It means they may be starting to build a little bit up towards a announcement of sorts. Recently, like today, for example, we're sending up the bat signal. Telltale Batman games are 6% off on Nintendo Switch. So stuff like that, they're like hyping up their titles like Batman, Wolf Among Us, etc. So you're starting to see maybe a little bit a good sign of the promotion. Now, I personally don't think we're going to hear anything for the next couple months. I think we're starting to really look at this summer, the Summer Game Fest. And why would the Summer Game Fest be that date? The Wolf Among Us 2 has not gotten any major promotion in over 2 years. They need to acknowledge the game in front of a major audience. And in my opinion, the best way to do this, Jeff Keighley's show. You need to do that, I think. He's also was one of the major proponents, like the major guy that promoted the Wolf Among Us 2's official trailer. They had the interview with him here. I think having it at his event in front of that major audience will be a great idea. I think it's the most likely thing that we're going to see, because where else would Telltale just announce this out of the blue? I think this is the place to do it. Announce a release date, show a new trailer, have some more information on the game, and get the hype up. Because like I said, in all likelihood, the game is not coming out till the end of the year. If it does come out this year, meaning we're looking at likely an October to December release window, which I think, in all likelihood, if we do see the game this year, is what is going to be. If I had to predict a release date right now, just give you a window, I'm gonna say probably November, December. I think that's when they will end up doing that. Overall, this is just a sad situation. I love Telltale Games, but now you're going to see on every post, where's The Wolf Among Us 2? The Wolf Among Us 2. Even I'm doing it a bit myself, because listen, at this point, we need some acknowledgement of the game's existence. I'm doing it respectfully, and I trust that Telltale is cooking, but listen, your fans need something. We need to know that the game is still being worked on. The deafening silence is not helping, and the longer it goes, the more and more the concerns grow. This has been a game that really is supposed to set Telltale back on the map. As I said, we need to buy the games, we need to support them financially, we need to support them on social media, etc. Because this is a make it or break it title. I will say this every single video I make on The Wolf Among Us 2. You need to buy the games. You need to share them out. You need to help them. And like I said, dropping a like on the video, sharing them out to your friends and family, I appreciate, because it gets more people out to Telltale. I don't care how many views this video gets, but as long as more people know that this game is still coming and that Telltale is still here, it's a win in my eyes. I'm doing my part to help as much as I can to keep Telltale relevant in terms of the YouTube social media scene. I know people still are doing walkthroughs and still promoting the games, which is awesome, but I want people to know this game is still coming. This game is a make it or break it title, and we need to see the sheriff in Babeltown once again. I am praying and hoping to God that will be the case. So I will be doing some theories soon, I promise, but I am waiting for an acknowledgement of the game from Telltale. Once that is done, I will return with theories. I know people have been asking me to do theories and predictions for a while, but there is not much of an incentive or reason for me to do them until we know the game is actually coming this year. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm hoping that it will be soon. Alright guys, so that's just a little update video on what's going on with Wolf Among Us 2. I know I really do want something official, but right now we are still waiting. So stay patient. Stay tuned, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you do drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy this. Let's go for 1,500 likes on this video. And I want to thank you all so much for for watching. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, to stay connected with me or Telltale Games. Information/news down below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.